Good day, everyone. My name is Echimere Zetophilia. Today, we'll be talking about the book As a Man Thinketh, which was authored by James Allen. This book is really interesting. It talks about our thoughts and actions, those things we do as human beings, and the way our conscience plays roles in our life. Please stay tuned to enjoy. So, for the first, we're talking about our thoughts and character. Our thoughts are those things we think about, but what people don't know is that our thoughts, what we think about, what we think actually play major roles in our character. If you think about good things, then trust me, your character will be really nice. But if you have only positive energy, if you only think about negative things, then your character will be very, very awful and it will be very bad. So when we think, we try our possible best to think of positive things. Like imagine a day you just wake up and you think of killing someone. Definitely your character is going to portray that evil of killing. Or one day just think about, okay, today I'm going to be helpful, today I'm going to do things for people. Then trust me, your character that day, you only help people and your character will be nice. People will see you, oh, this is a very nice person. I'm not saying that you should think on how to let people do anything they want to. No, what I'm saying is that you should think positively, because your positivity will help your character to be nice. Of this book is talking about effects of thoughts and circumstances. Our circumstances are usually caused by our character, because if you are rich, then trust me, you're going to encounter more difficulties in life, because yes, you try to run this business smoothly, you try to do this, you try to do that. Because of our character, those things we thought about, that actually made our character, and it's going to lead to our circumstances. Because of that, your richness, actually think of ways to make your business to prosper more. So when your business is increasing, your circumstances will also be increasing. It's up to you to use your thoughts, your thinking, your mindset to get out of that circumstance. If your circumstance is nice, then it's because of your thinking habits. Your thinking is nice, your character is also nice. But if your thinking is very wrong, then your circumstance will also be wrong. Let's talk about effects of thoughts on health and the body. What we think about can increase our mental stress and anxiety. If you think too much, the tendency of having high blood pressure and all these health related challenges is there. If you are the cheerful type, then you not really have all these much problems, because you'll not be thinking too much. Because when you think too much, you'll be like, hey, I'm suffering from this, I'm suffering from that. It's because of you are thinking too much, because you don't have time for yourself. You're always looking for how to do things. So the more you think and you stress the brain, then the more you have more problems. But if you're always free minded, if something happens to you, be like, well, it's the will of God, then you see yourself, you will not really have all these issues. Thoughts and purpose. Our purpose are those things that we want to achieve in life, are those things that we want to happen to us. That is our purpose. Those things that we want, like if they call this, we'll be like, we achieved it by ourselves. Purpose are those things that you really want, either you want to be known for it or you want to acquire it. So our thoughts, also our thinking matches with our purpose, then there's no accomplishment. For your life to be accomplished, or for you to accomplish something, then your purpose needs to link with your thoughts. You cannot tell me that you want to own a car and you're not thinking on how to work very well to own that car. You're thinking about something else, then there's no way you accomplish it, because your mind is in another place. The third factor in achievement. One thing we all know is that there is nothing you do in life without thinking. Because what we think about is what we do. It's going to be how we are going to act to something. So for one to achieve greatness, he must lift his thoughts and think positively. But for one to fail, he will refuse to lift his thoughts and think negatively about something. If you want to achieve something, if you know that you want to make a first class in your life, then you have to think positively about it to achieve it. But if you be like, I don't have this, I don't have that, then your thinking will be very low and you'll not believe in yourself. So as your thinking is low, that's how the your actions, your character will also be low. So there's no way you achieve something without believing or thinking that you can do it. The next one is talking about vision and ideas. When you realize your visions, that's actually where the journey starts. If you don't know what you want, then there's no way you achieve anything. So our visions are what you have, what we want to achieve. So like vision, you need to know, like you have it, but you want to increase it more. So your thoughts plays major roles in our visions, because you try your best to make your visions to increase. And because you secretly love your vision, you have to make it to work very well. Your vision can actually be good or bad, but it's how you think. That's how it will work. If you think on positive things, then your vision should be good. You think of nice things, then you act towards accomplishing that vision. Then your life will still be nice. But if you don't think on how to accomplish it, then it's very it is talking about calmness of the heart. When we are calm, our thinking tends to be more straight. So when we are thinking, you're actually meant to think more where there is like in a calm environment. So our thinking will actually be better. And also self-control is really important, because self-control is strength and calmness is power. Because when you are calm, you tend to think more in a serene environment. The part of prosperity, people think that when they are prosperous, when they have riches and silver and gold. No, the part of prosperity is actually through the good way, selfless life. Because when you're actually thinking about evil, then you'll never reach prosperity. You might actually enjoy temporal prosperity, temporal riches, but your heart will never be at rest. So for somebody to be prosperous, the person needs to do good things every time for the person to enjoy a good, prosperous life. The word amen, a reflex of mental state. For you to have a good mental state, your life has to be full of good things. You have to think deeply about only good things. You have to think about selfless thoughts. But if you have bad thoughts, then your mental state will actually be very bad. The way out of undesirable conditions. This part of the book is telling us that for us to escape undesirable conditions, we need to think about good things. And even when we're in serious, difficult conditions, we need to think positively about that condition and actually look for a way to come out from the conditions in a good way. But if we're thinking negatively of every condition, it will lead us to do things that we never wanted to do because of the bad conditions we are in. So for if someone to escape undesirable conditions, you first have to think positively to escape it. The silent power of thoughts, controlling and directing one's thoughts. The truth is that anything we do secretly, we must surely come to light. If you think silently, for sure, your character is going to prove that who's actually going to say what you are thinking. If you think good, your character will be good. But if you think bad, your character will be bad. If you anything you think silently, your character has a way of playing it. If you think of revenge secretly, your character will show that revenge physically. So anything we do silently, our character tends to make it public for everybody to know what you are thinking silently. So we need to think positively silently. So our character will be positive physically. The secret of health, success, and power. The secret of a good health is pure heart. There is no way you'll be taking evil and expect your health to be good. It's not possible. But if you're always having good thinking, good thoughts, ways to make future better for people around you, then your stress level will be very low, and then your health will be really improved. Then the secret to success is unflattering faith. You have to have faith in everything you do to be successful. There's no way you don't have faith and you're doing something, expect that thing to work. You're just doing it like for doing sake. You cannot have a lukewarm spirit and expect yourself to be successful. Then the secret of power is a flattering will. You have to have your will has to be very strong for it to be powerful in anything you're doing. You need to have a flattering will. You need to have guts for your will to be very, very wonderful. The secret of abounding happiness is no other than good thoughts and open-minded thoughts. If you are thinking evil of other people, you will never have happiness. You always be thinking of how to make another person not to prosper. So for you to acquire abounding happiness and for you to have the best, like always be happy, your thoughts has to be very, very innocent and nice for you to be happy. The realization of prosperity. For someone's heart to accept the person's prosperity, that means the person must have had trust, generosity, and love in the person's heart. Because some people, you see them as prosperous, but deep down them, they're not really prosperous. They don't make those money through legal way, and then they'll not really be enjoying it. So for someone to be happy and to realize person's prosperity, the person's heart needs to be pure. The power of meditation. Meditation is just thinking deeply about something before you do it. So we need to think very, very well before acting. So our actions will be right. Two masters, the master of self and truth. The master of self is yourself. Everybody wants to enjoy life, nobody wants to suffer. So the master of self is controlling us, so seeing what we don't even want others to do to us, but we do it to other people. Why the master of truth is telling us how to be nice to other people and to do good things that everybody will like. The master of truth is actually God telling us the right things to do and when to do them. The accusation of spiritual power. This part is just telling us that for someone to have spiritual power, the person have really established the person's life on prayers and spiritual thoughts like self-control, patience, and equality. So for somebody to have spiritual power, the person has to do good things at the right time, at the right moment. For you to have spiritual power, you also need to be very, very patient. The realization of selfless love. See, selfless love is when someone is willing to do things for other people, to see people happy, sacrificing your own love for other people. It is rare because everybody wants what they will get instead of what they will do for other people to be happy. So when you realize selfless love, you actually tend to do things better than how you used to do them before. So self-love is a kind of thinking that helps us to do things right. Saints, saints, and saviors, the law of service. People we know as saints, sages, and saviors, so people that actually worked. And if you consider their like said, they actually worked either for Christianity or for the freedom of other people, not even for their own. They actually sacrificed themselves. Their thoughts were actually built on how to improve people's life, and now we know them as saints. So if you want to also be realized as a saint, a savior, a sage, you have to be thinking positive on how to help people. The realization of perfect peace. Perfect peace is peace which will endure forever. That peace of mind, that peace you enjoy till you die. That's peace of mind. So your thoughts needs to be peaceful for you to have a peaceful, to have peace of mind and enjoy one.